Hi, Taurus. This is your tarot reading for the month of December, the last month of 2019, right before we enter 2020. Okay, you guys have a lot of stuff going on in the relationship house, period. Because that's where Capricorn is for you. And you have Taurus there. I mean, not Taurus. You are Taurus. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in Taurus. And you're incredibly sensitive right now. Because Spirit is saying feelings, opposition, worry, relationship grief. My wolf is like gnawing at my back, which is saying truly getting right with soulfulness for yourself, with what you soulfully will make you happy. I'm getting a lot of throat chakra. I'm getting throat chakra across the board. That just has to be something that's going on with Sagittarius and Mercury right now. But you're definitely also getting third eye chakra going on. Rising into a new, higher spiritual understanding, soulfulness of what is good for you and what is not. Overcoming some of that frustration and anger. And when I say we move into a higher level of spiritualness, that doesn't make it any freaking easier. No. Anything that also starts to make it more difficult. Because as we're coming into understanding that oneness, unconditional love, and the depths of true soulfulness, we still see the people who have no clue. And dealing with those people without stepping backwards doesn't make it any easier. It just means now you're conscious. You're consciously aware of what the true heart and soul is. What the heart and soul is beating about. And it's teaching you how to overcome powerlessness within that and your insecurities. And for some of you, lower back pain. That's dealing with sacral chakra issues and solar plexus issues. Going from how you believe and you create and into, it goes from I believe into I can. From believing it to actually doing it. From creating it in hopes and dreams and then believing it because you're actually bringing that forward and out of you. This is about overcoming your own personal judgments or maybe family judgments. Whether it's heart chakra issues or throat chakra issues of communication, love, trust, empathy, self-expression. The judgment is for you to choose how you judge yourself and then realize why are you judging yourself. Because that's the higher thing, the higher understanding, the depth of it comes down to there should be no judgment. There should just be truth and acceptance of what is and what is not, as well as what needs to change. But when we hold on to the blame and the fear and the bitterness and the burdens, then we add grief, sorrow, shame to it. And I feel like this is about learning to come up above that, specifically within the relationships, and then as well as, are these the right people to have the relationships with? Because I'm definitely feeling solar plexus, sacral chakra, the bottom three chakras. And what I wanted to say was blobs. So this is remolding them, maybe molding them in the first place, actually activating them and trying to align them, getting into true, honest security within yourself stability within yourself, sexuality within yourself, and feeling good about that, as well as the inner warrior, the inner action, the inner passion, aggression, and creativity of that. And then bringing it into I am power, and I can do something with this to move myself in a healthier way. But there are details that you need to understand that are going to be brought to your attention. And there's definitely frustrations of negativity that you need to, release. Because, for one, what's happening is I have a bell here. And Spirit's making me do this, but that's shaking the bell. So this is also speaking to you of clearing out that negative energy. Clearing that negative energy and reversing it. I started to say from receiving to reversing. And clearing it out and sending it back. Let's see. Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Taurus signs. What is the core energy for Taurus? The Knight of Discs is the first thing out. It is being reliable. It is very fixed in its position. It is production, but it is sustained energy. It is Taurus in the spring. It is also Leo in the summer. It could be either way. It speaks to you of your instinctive energies as well as your ethics, your mortal and material energy. The Knight of Discs doesn't move quickly. It very much takes his time, like you Taurus energies. But he's also the one that will cross the finish line because he paid attention and decided exactly what he wanted and how to go about it. What else is going on in the core energies for Taurus? We're not taking like 3 cards. What else is going on? Spirit is saying you're definitely in your feels, though. And that can be good and that can be bad. Just depends on where you let your feels take you. Interference. And I'm talking about your feels, getting in your feelings. Interference. This could be air. This could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but it is Jupiter and these overthinking energies. This is indecisions, can't make up your mind. You might be also standing still because you can't make up your mind. You're trying to make up the right decisions. You're overthinking, scattered, can't choose in general what it is and where you want to go. It's kind of like the Hanged Man, taking the time to figure that out. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. But you should not be holding on to strife. The strife is only going to backfire and bring you back into bitterness and blame. And then cause it to come out through the throat and stubborn inflexibilities. Creating friction and resistance. It is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. It is burdened, overwhelmed, and making rash decisions. This is what you do not want to do because you cannot make a decision, period. However, making no decision is a decision. So this is saying take the time. Like I said, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like the Hanged Man here. You need to take your time, go inward, figure it out about whatever it is that you do yearn for, whatever it is that is going on in your life so that you're going in the right direction. Find your fire. The Ace of Wands. Find your inspiration. Find your passion. And then figure out from there where you want to bring those motives and that inspiration and break through and how to move it forward. This is potential. It is opportunities that are coming. But like I said, no decision is still a decision, but you don't want to make rash decisions either. Because you definitely have the 9 of Discs here, which is improvement, settlement, financial security, good management. It is definitely positive energy glowing your way. I mean, you have both of these coming in to help you, but make sure that you're thinking through whatever it is that you're really wanting to go after. Here, what's going on in the exterior? What's going on outside of Taurus? What's going on outside of Taurus? Help us to understand this. What's going on outside of Taurus in the month of December? The Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups can come in very charming, very loving, and then be gone just as quick as he showed up. He is an adolescent in his emotions, and it does not mean that it is a guy. I don't necessarily put this with a male or a female, but it is a water sign. He can't be relied upon, not emotionally stable. He can go under the water just as quickly as he can come out of the water. And I'm feeling like a whale here. Like he could just come up and then disappear. Like be such a great, amazing, beautiful thing. Oh my God. And then be gone and under the water and you'll never see him again just as quickly. So this is definitely speaking to you about what you might be putting energy into and acknowledging that. Might be also why you're in your feels if you've let someone like this into your life. This is speaking to you about finding the true happiness, the wish card. This is fulfillment, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But if you're looking for fulfillment with this Prince of Cups, I would not count on it. I would not count on it. And like I said, that's another Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They might bring to you just enough zest to get you, up and motivated. But I would not count on them to be your saving grace. They are not going to bring you the wish that you wish for. No, it wasn't that one. Okay, you're confusing me. Yeah, you flipped right back over before I even realized it. Exterior, exterior, exterior. What's going on outside of Taurus? 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 Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. What's going on outside of Taurus? In the exterior. What's popping out is the Nine of Swords. Cruelty, regret in your head. Cruelty, regret in your head. Like I said, it's coming with, Mr. Wink, Hi, and Vanish. Happiness, the wish card, and cruelty. This is about you learning a lesson about yourself. Confidence. The sun. Something is definitely being illuminated here, bringing its attention to you. Like I said, I feel like it's definitely an illumination. This could be a very positive thing that something like this is happening. Maybe not at the moment, but it is definitely something being brought to illumination in one form or another. Tell me what's going on in these relationships. What's going on in these relationships? Up close and personal relationships. Up close and personal relationships for Taurus. What's going on in the up close personal relationships for Taurus? It's this one. Ace of Swords. You're definitely getting brand new clarity going on within these relationships. Brand new insight, brand new clarity, a brand new perspective. It is also considered Zion. Cut away to nourish. To help nourish the self. It is a breakthrough. the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups speaks to us of our empathy. It speaks to us of our empath energy. It speaks to us of traveling our inner emotional waters. She's very in tune with her inner healer. She's typically development and relating what it means to you. She's speaking to you about getting in touch with yourself, with this clarity. But she also can be very wounded. She also can be very wounded in the form of she's the Queen of Cups, so she's very much the Queen of Love. Okay? She's very much the Queen of Love, but this is also saying she needs to remember to love herself. And she's trying to remind you also, in this sense, to get to know yourself, to love yourself. See the clarity of that within these relationships, and what does that communicate to the very relationship? And when I just said that, what does that communicate to the very relationship? That was them. That was not me. Up close and personal. The Tower. I'm getting the Tower for many people this month. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. That just means destruction is happening, so construction can happen. It's getting past powerlessness of the past so that we can rebuild. And this is up close and personal. So this could be destructive energies of what you thought you was. How you perceived yourself to be in the past, and what you are now going to be in the future within these relationships, and where these relationships must go. They must go through the Tower and see who and what comes out clean on the other side. You're the one that's talking, so let's go. Help me to see what I don't see. For up close and personal relationships for Taurus for the month of December. Up close and personal relationships for Taurus in the month of December. Up close personal relationships for Taurus in the month of December. The month of December. I don't know, but what I just heard from Spirit was, what's left over? Beginnings of change. This is my sacred geometry deck. Creation made within 6 days. It is the Genesis pattern. And what did I just say? What's been left over? So this is taking from what you've learned and recreating. Again, this is the Tower moment, learning who you truly are and the clarity of it, and then recreating it into these relationships and where you want to see these relationships go. Tell me more about these relationships for Taurus. More about these relationships, up close and personal relationships for Taurus during the month of December. Up close personal relationships for Taurus during the month of December. And even though I'm saying December, I'm hearing January. So it may be that you're kind of in a standstill until then. Yeah, because what I'm getting is, what is this? What this means is lost connection from the flow. This is saying getting right with yourself, getting back in with the flow of your true soulfulness, getting right back into the connection of the flow. The Tower moment, this new creation moment, this clarity, and your empath energy, your psychic energy, your healer energies are strengthening. You have to get back with the proper flow. And like I said, I was hearing January. The path is long, but heals all. Like I said, I feel like you're in a standstill. I feel like it's the hanged man energy. You're in a standstill trying to figure it out while you move forward. I mean, you started off with not movement at all, right? Yeah. You started off with, holding your own, staying steadfast, being reliable and strong, instinctive, and ethics. This is figuring out all of that as you bring yourself into a new level of where and what you're trying to categorize the direction of your life. That was not me, because I don't speak that way. But they're saying some of that's ego. Some of that is you trying to put things in lists, put things in specific orders, trying to organize it just like so, like a Virgo. And trying to make like your detail-oriented lists. And some of this is, yes, stuff you need to do that. But some of this is soulfulness. And deep down, your intuition, your gut, your psychic energy, your trust, your soulfulness already knows. It's you who's got to get on board with it. And even though we're talking about up close and personal relationships, this must have something to do with the changes that are going to happen because you're in your fields and where they're going to take you as you start to come into the beginning of the next year and truly coming out of some form of rejected helplessness, fear, burdened, bitterness, blame. This is going from pride to ego, from self-love to narcissist, and trying to balance it back into what you truly yearn for, what you truly desire, and where you're going to allow that to take you and the people of where that's taking you. Is there anything else before I switch to the dreams? Hopes, dreams, ambitions? Truce. Yeah, this is a moment of sitting still, meditating, taking the time, figuring it out, getting past that undecisive energy, and really coming into the flow of yourself again, getting back to you. I mean, that is a good thing. It's beautiful energy. It's like the North Star. It's the hope of tomorrow, but figuring out where you're wanting that hope to go. It's planting the seeds. It's taking the time for creation to happen. Creation doesn't happen overnight. I mean, we wish we were that good at it, but we're not yet. Tell me what's going on in the dreams, the goals, the finances for Taurus. Dreams, goals, finances for Taurus. Dreams, goals, finances for Taurus. I'm getting a lot of third eye activity right now. That's going to have to do with where you're soulfully taking yourself. Or where those dreams, goals, and finances are going to shift to. Dreams, goals, finances. Dreams, goals, finances. Dreams, goals, finances. Because I'm caught. Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one too? Yeah? No? This is what I was saying with that earlier when the Queen of Cups showed up. I know she's considered the Queen of Love, but what I'm feeling was the Princess of Cups. She's very dreamy, very creative, very magical, but also dreamy, as in maybe a little delusional. You know, it depends on where you take it. She's very used to the other world. She's very dreamy in her manifestation. She very much can move something forward, but she is also lives in the land of make-believe. And I'm saying make sure that that Queen of Cups, that empath, that inner healer, isn't in the land of make-believe. This is allowing the manifestation that you're putting together in your head to come forward, but also understand Neptune just went direct. Neptune just went direct, but he's moving so slow. It's kind of like he's, okay, I'll give you exactly what you want. And then you're going to kind of be like, why the fuck did I ask for that? My point is, Neptune isn't really making positive, he doesn't care about positive or negative. He's about how you create your magic. Whether it's nostalgia off old negative ways or positive new ones. And if you're just dreamy and in a little bit of delusion, Neptune is also where fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. I'm saying make sure that you've listened to your higher self, so fantasy does not smack you in the face with harsh reality. And this is where we're coming into your hopes, your dreams. And this could be balancing over from the relationships. This is definitely bringing manifestation forward. Very give and take. Very loving. But a little naive is what I'm trying to say. Don't be naive about what it is you're trying to create right now, because you just might create it and that may backfire. I'm definitely getting creativity. Oh yeah, it's this one. But you do have the Two of Cups here, which is love. This could be coming back to yourself and your truth and your own liberation within these dreams, these goals, these ambitions. And this could also be bringing the perfect people into your life to do so. Divine unions that will help bring those dreams, those ambitions forward. Even possibly love in some form. And this could be bringing it just to you in your way of all of this, which will also strengthen your finances. What else? So they're giving me inner security again. The Ace of Discs. This is more or less the Ace of Pentacles. This is definitely bringing all of your dreams, your hopes, your goals into tangible reality. Actually bringing it in. It could be a job renewal. It could be adventure. It could be finances. It could be new beginnings, new interests, getting right with self and figuring out where you want those to go. But like I said, I feel right off the bat, very slow movement. But remember, slow movement is good when you're making the decisions that come from the heart and the soul, and you're figuring out the heart and the soul. Yet, don't be so secure on trying to control them 100%, because that's still trying to be in control, where when you release, surrender, and let go, and let divine intervention help you, you don't let go of the goals, the dreams, and give up on them. You just loosen up on the reins so that the horse can move a little bit, so you can move forward a little bit. No decision is still a decision. And sometimes the best decision is just loosen up a little bit and then go with the flow. Just enough to make sure you are moving. I love you guys. Bye.